Hey everybody, Brandon here with Home Membership, and welcome back for another awesome episode where today we're going to talk about a very touchy subject in the home warranty space, and that is, when is a home warranty actually worth it? Now, usually what ends up happening is if it saved you money, it's worth it. If it didn't save you money and or you got screwed over, it wasn't worth it. But today we're going to break down the scenarios where I think it makes the absolute most sense and where it's almost mandatory. So let's dive in and take a look at what some of those things are. So the first one, and I think the most obvious, is going to be if you're purchasing an older home. So systems like the HVAC, the plumbing, the heating, electrical, all that stuff, very important systems, and if it's an older home and those systems have never been updated, then it might be time to look into a home warranty, especially if you're going a conventional mortgage, you're putting most of your money down, and you really don't have that much cash on hand to offset potential issues that could arise. We're actually going through this right now. We're selling a house that's about 60 years old, and we're moving to a house that's 120 years old. And our home that we're selling, we have upgraded the electrical, and we have put in a new sewer line exiting the house. However, all the water pipes that are coming into the house, our HVAC, and other systems like that are still, I don't know if they're original, but they're like 30-something years old, the furnace, all that stuff. So we actually plan on using home membership as something to include in the sale, which hopefully will help. And then we would also be looking at home membership to have for the new property that we're purchasing, because we don't know. All of the systems in that house seem to be older than I am, so I am concerned that while we're putting 20% down on this new property that's even older than our own home, all of the systems have not been upgraded for a long time. The only thing they did, thankfully, was a roof. So I see their value on both sides. If you're looking to sell an older home and you don't want to upgrade all the systems before you sell it, makes perfect sense to have a home warranty. And if you're looking to purchase a home that's older and has outdated systems, it makes perfect sense to have a home warranty. So that's one scenario with two different ways of doing it that I think make perfect sense for why you should have a home warranty. Another time that you might want to consider a home warranty is actually if you don't have a trusted repair person. So maybe you're moving into a new area. You're not familiar with people there, you don't know or have anyone that you trust yet that could help you should anything happen. Oftentimes, a home warranty will give you access to a network of trusted individuals. However, if you look at our series where we react to real people who've had most of the national warranty companies, you'll see that those networks are at best. So we always recommend trying to join a local community, finding someone who you know and trust. But if you don't have that person, for example, home membership actually has a service provider search tool. These are not people that we force you to use like other national brands. They're just recommendations from trusted providers that are in your area. So I highly recommend someone that has a trustworthy tool like that. Home membership happens to be the standout one that I know of, and I definitely would recommend it in that scenario because, again, we have a network that we don't force on people. It's just there to help you if you are new to that area or you don't have someone that you're comfortable with yet. It'll certainly help get through some of those hard times. And we've lightly alluded to this before, but another reason is if you can't afford an unexpected risk. So if something does go and you don't have the cash on hand, it definitely is almost imperative to have a home warranty, home membership of some kind, because that will save you if a $2,000, a $5,000, a $10,000 repair comes out of nowhere. When our sewer line went on our house, that was just randomly happened, and all of a sudden we had to come up with $10,000, and that pretty much could bankrupt most people. So if you're not in a position where that's something that you can handle right off the bat, then definitely you need some protection. So especially if you're a first-time homeowner, I think the importance of transferring risk really helps in that instead of having a large lump sum of money in the bank account waiting for something to happen and there's an emergency fund, you offset that big one-time expense for a small monthly payment. So sometimes it just depends on your risk tolerance and how much burden you're willing to take at one time. I've found through my life most often people are willing to go with a small set fixed monthly fee and offset as much of those surprises as much as they can. So I do think that that's valuable. And last but not least, we also alluded to this earlier, which is what I'm doing right now, and that's when we're selling our home. Again, this is very strategic. If you just built a brand new house or you just upgraded all the systems in your house, I don't think it's worth it or necessary when you're selling your house. I'd look at it more for purchasing. But if you know, like my house, the HVAC is old, the furnace is old, the hot water heater's old, people are going to come up and say something and try to renegotiate when you're in inspections or based on your area, however they do it. To offset that as much as possible, we're offering home membership as a way to offset it as much as possible, so that way people are happy knowing that they don't have to just come up out of pocket if, you know, they move into the house and the HVAC dies the next day. So I think that certainly gives you an edge when you are selling your home, but again, it's a case-by-case basis. So all in all, if you're shopping around for a home warranty, I really highly recommend that you check out home membership. As you've seen on this channel before, time and time again, the national brands have a lot of fine print and gray areas and things where they try to weasel out of taking care of issues that come up. Home membership literally was created to disrupt the industry and get you back up and running as soon as humanly possible. And we do that because you get to use your own provider. So if you know someone or someone's recommended to you who's trustworthy and can do it quickly, we make it very simple. There's no loopholes. There's a pricing sheet on our website and it says this is how much we cover for a part, this is how much we cover for labor, total amount for that issue. We're not promising to upgrade you, to give you the brand new, like high-end luxury fixtures and finishes and all that stuff. We are here to fix what breaks and get you back up and running as soon as possible, which in my opinion is the most important thing, because who wants to be without air conditioning in the summer for 3 months? So head on over to homemembership.com, check out the website. You can sign up for our free membership to start. Let us earn your trust. There are so many great free tools out there, like our service provider search tool, the hard to find parts locator, access to discounts, the online marketplace. There's so much stuff that we just give for free. But if you want those cash benefits, then I highly recommend looking at our paid plan. For a fixed monthly fee, it will cover all of those things that we talked about, where you have cash value given to you, and it's done very simply. You submit the receipt, we submit the reimbursement, done, nice and easy. So if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Let me know, have you used a home warranty before? What was your experience like with it? Because maybe we'll be doing a review of that in the next episode. All right, my name is Brandon, and take care.